Hello, and welcome to a doomed series and a conversation video explaining why I say that. Well, getting straight to the point, my computer died recently. The computer I've been using for the last few years. It's gone. You plug it in, it shows that it's getting power, but when you hit the power button, it does absolutely nothing. It's as if it wasn't even plugged in the first place, which is, so obviously, it seems to me there's something to be wrong with the power button, but well, it might be a simple fix for somebody who knows electronics. That leaves me out. So now that, other than the loss of a computer, wouldn't be too bad, if not for the fact that Citra saves game files in the drives, in the main operating drive. Not in the folder where you have the rest of this, the emulator app itself and the BIOS for it and all the setups. Not in that file, which in my case is in one of the USB hard plug and play hard drives that I bought separately, specifically for this purpose. No, I mean, what bonehead decided that? Oh, we're not going to save your game files in the file with the rest of them. But in a hidden, where you actually have to go into folder options and select show hidden operating system files option to even show it in the first place. Who? What brain dead zombie? Well, actually, you're not a brain dead zombie, but what moron thought that was a good idea? I mean, if Citra saved your game files where it should, like any other emulator, I wouldn't even be making this video now other than to say, hey, by the way, my computer died. But not that it matters to you guys. You still get to see the game right where I left off. Like Final Fantasy V, for example. Since the Super Nintendo emulator I've been using, saves your games in where you would expect it to. Well, actually, in that, you can actually choose where it saves it. But anyway, yeah. But no, not Citra. We got to be different. We're going to. Oh, well. Live and learn. Something to remember for future 3DS series. Yeah. Now, obviously, I can still play this game, which is good because I have no intentions of giving up on this series in general, not this game. Problem is, in the other reason I'm doing this video is to explain why there's not going to be any new videos for this series for a while, because while I can still play the game, obviously. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute, never mind. I haven't even shown it. Yeah. All the way back there, Faraday Castle. The automaton robot scenario. Yeah. Ruff has just joined the party. We've just arrived here. Means we still got this whole scenario to go, the lengthy overmelt story that it was. We still, Kiefer's still in the party, so we haven't gone through the Romer encampment yet. Which means we also haven't gone through the All Trades Abbey yet. The lengthy story-based sequence that it is. We haven't gone through the Ebelad Desert, Setesh the Punisher boss that gave me so much trouble earlier. Yeah. We haven't gone through Not Again, or Providence. Yeah, good God. I got roughly half of the game to replay to get back up to where I left off. Which for this game I will do. I like this game that much and I'm willing to do that again. Oracle of Seasons, on the other hand, where a similar situation happens, and given my hatred for that game in the first place, I was all too eager to flip that game the middle finger and walk away from it after having theoretically thrown it into the nearest garbage can alongside Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. the video game garbage dump where games like those belong. But this game, no. So here's the thing. Obviously now, or should now be obvious. I will, when I have time to do so, replay the game from here, get back up to where I was, and at some point in time later this year, be able to resume the series. Make video number 91, the Aelis Vale dungeon, and continue from then on moving forward. But due to the enormous amount of game I have to replay to get back there, not to mention the thing we call real life, work, sleep, family, time off, other games, that could be as much as a half a year. Well, maybe not quite that long, but could be several months. Plus, you also add to that the fact that one of those other games in roughly 3 weeks from now, is going to be the reimagined version of this very same game. So obviously, I'm going to want to play that. I mean, I've been waiting for that version of this game since last June when they announced it on Nintendo Direct, I think it was. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah. Wasn't last June when they first announced June 2025 when they first announced Dragon Quest VII Reimagined? So yeah, just suffice to say, this is not a complete cancellation of the series, just temporarily postponing it. Although temporary, define the word temporary. It could be as much as 4 months, 5 months. We'll see how much. Whenever I can find time to replay this game again, to get back up there. Yeah. Sometime by summer, sometime this year, this series will be back up and running again. And me a little wiser from the experience, so to speak, and knowing how Citra saves games for the rest of this series. Not to mention there are a lot of other 3DS games that I eventually want to do playthroughs of. Kid Icarus Uprising, Metroid Samus Returns, Metroid 2 3DS Remake, Ever Oasis, Zelda Link Between Worlds, half 3DS remake, half new game, new at that point in time. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, Mario and Luigi Dream Team. Ever Oasis, if I haven't already mentioned that one, I think I did actually. See what other, Etrian Odyssey Nexus, Etrian Odyssey 4. I know there was at least Final Fantasy, a side game, Final Fantasy Explorers. So yeah, there's still quite a few. Dragon Quest VIII, by the way. Yeah. Still quite a few other 3DS games I want to do playthroughs of at some point in time. Majora's Mask. Actually, no, fuck that. Excuse my language, but yeah, screw that. If I'm going to play Majora's Mask, it's going to be the N64 original, not that fucked up 3DS remake. I just as soon throw that 3DS remake in the proverbial video game garbage alongside Oracle of Seasons and Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. The proverbial Zelda garbage can where it belongs. Anyways, yeah. Alright, let's do something besides just making the camera go round and round. You spin me right round like a record. I mean, yeah. Now, another thing, I was thinking I might do another game to temporarily take, since I usually do 2 games at a time, one game and then another, like Final Fantasy V and this game was the current idea. But then again, maybe for right now, maybe I should just, finish the Final Fantasy V series, of course, since that, just spend that extra time instead of doing another video game playthrough. Get back, play this, and get back up to where I left off quicker. Seems more the smart thing to do, since again I am not canceling this series. Frick no, I like this game too much for that. One of my favorite games in the series, aside from 8 and 11. Besides, actually, never mind. I was going to say it would give me an opportunity to talk about changes in the new reimagined version of the game, but yeah. Actually, just to be a little late. Because by the time I'm able to pick the game back up where I left off, yeah. Actually, that'd probably be even better now that I think about it for spoiler purposes. Well, actually, no, not really, because anyways, nah, never mind me, I don't know what I'm talking about. But then again, do I ever know what I'm talking about? I mean, come on, let's be honest. Watch most of these videos I have ever made. Do I ever know what I'm talking about? I mean, every time I insult Twilight Princess, there's probably some deranged, probably some Zelda fan out there that thinks I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. What? That's one of the better games of all time. How, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. Or every time I used to insult Final Fantasy IV, likewise, some Final Fantasy fans probably like, what? Yeah. Anyways, now I'm doing a grinding video. So yeah. Just point to this video. While I can't make any new videos moving forward with the gameplay and story for a while yet, just be assured that I'm not giving up on the series. Not an outright cancellation, just a temporary postponement, or however you want to put that in technical terminologies. I will get back to making new videos for this series as soon as possible, guaranteed. Hopefully more sooner than later, but again, I make no promises as to how long it'll take to play through all of the game that I have to replay through and actually get back up to where I left off. That all depends on how much time I have to work with, how much I feel like playing this version of the game again with a new one coming out soon. It may only be a month, may end up being half a year for all I know. I mean, I don't think it'll be that long, but again, the new reimagined remake of this very same game is coming out soon, so. And I've been waiting for that game since last June, so yeah. Oh, you little cheater. Chill your ass out. And watch where you're swinging those axes, Beach. How dare you strike me? Now you're dead. I hope you're happy. Okay, never mind. I'm just trying to be funny. But yeah. Anyways. Sorry for any inconvenience. Believe me, I'm not enjoying this any more than you might be. Because again, the timing for this kind of sucks. We are just getting to the good points in the game. Ellisvale, Kid Icarus, Wing People. Friggin' Captain Shark Eye ship. Buchanan Hand scenario. Yeah. The main story of the game beyond just restoring islands. We were just getting to the good parts of the game, and now this happens. Damn it. Oh well. As always, thanks for watching these videos and putting up with this crap. And we'll see you next time, whenever that ends up being. Or more recent, or chronologically speaking, see you next time for more of Final Fantasy V. As I can still continue that series right where I left off. So, yeah. Computer issues have no bearing on that one, luckily. Anyways, have a good day, take care, be safe, and all that kind of stuff like that there. And see ya. Bye.